Hey there, it's Jay. I thought I'd do something a little bit different this month and send you a short video with this month's tip on how to push back on healthcare leaders without being labeled difficult. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why some compliance officers can challenge leaders without being labeled difficult? And so if this is an area that you struggle with, let me offer another question to give thought to, and that is maybe it's not that you're pushing back on leaders, but rather how you're pushing back on leaders. And so to answer that question, there's a 3-step framework that you can follow for diplomatically handling pushback with healthcare leaders that has helped me over the years. So let's go ahead and walk through that. Okay, the first step is to start with their objective. So here, instead of starting with what's wrong, what you want to do is lead with what goal are they trying to accomplish. So for example, you might lead with, I understand that you're trying to get this new service line up by September 1st. Starting with this approach is a great way to open up the discussion rather than shut it down. Okay, the second step is to explain the risk. So here, what you want to do is avoid saying things like compliance will never go for that, or our policy doesn't allow for that, or the regulation will never allow for it, those kinds of things. And so what you want to do instead is explain a practical consequence. So for example, you might say, my concern with this approach is it might lead to a repayment issue, or it could trigger a government investigation or audit down the road. Something like that. And then step 3 would be to offer an alternative. And so here you might say something like, I don't think this is going to get us to where we need to be, but what if we did it this way? Or no, we can't do it that way, but what if we tried this? Would that work? Something along those lines where you're offering up a potential solution, not just bring a problem. This approach does work because it's diplomatic. And the reason it's diplomatic is because following each of these steps is placing value not only in your opinion, but also honoring the opinions of your healthcare leader when you're getting the feedback from them and trying to find a solution that's going to work. So I hope that information was helpful. As always, if I can ever help you with a question or concern, don't hesitate to reach out. Take care. Bye for now.